10 years ago, I had my whole life planned out. I was going to open up my own garage. My wife and I were going to move to South Jersey and start a family. But all that turned to dust with the towers. The morning they went down, I was in Hackensack buying parts for a Lincoln. I tried calling her office, all the lines were dead. I tried calling her cell phone, it kept going straight to voicemail. I never got a chance to talk to her again. I can't even imagine what she went through the last few hours of her life. Needless to say, I was a complete mess. I felt like I had a hole, like an open wound in my gut or something. I just kept bleeding and bleeding. I still have stomach pains to this day, except the doctors here can't find anything wrong with me. Her body was never found. I prayed for days that she would just walk through the front door and everything would go back to normal. At her service, we had a closed casket, and I remember sitting there, and all I could think was how badly I wanted to climb inside of it and just disappear. But instead, I climbed inside a bottle. A bottle of booze, a bottle of pills, it didn't matter anything. And I found out real quick that there's no worse combination than drugs and booze mixed with emotional trauma. You know, still to this day, I have no idea why I didn't take the subway that night. I always did. Maybe I was more messed up than usual and the bartender called me a cab or something, I don't know, but once I got in, it only took 2 blocks before I noticed his name on his license. I know now he was just an everyday cabbie with a wife and a family. How was I supposed to know he wasn't a terrorist? The way the media was hyping this, saying that we needed to be on high alert, all I did was question him. Right away, he tried to kick me out of his cab. But when he called me a piece of shit, I just snapped. I swear to God, I did not intend to kill him. He was a scrawny guy and he didn't put up much of a fight, but when I unleashed my rage on him, he really didn't stand a chance. Truth is though, he was the piece of shit. They're all pieces of shit, the whole fucking country is a piece of shit. And we'll never know if this guy was Taliban or Al-Qaeda or whatever. But I guarantee you he had a fucking cousin or an uncle who was, and it was just a matter of time before this guy was strapping himself up with explosives and walking into a daycare center. These people are fucking sick. They're animals. I don't get it. What did we do to deserve this? What did my wife do to deserve this? I know what I'm supposed to say. I'm supposed to say I forgive them, right? I'm supposed to say, it's time for closure. We got bin Laden. Now we could heal. Well, fuck that, fuck him, and fuck you. Because this broken heart will never heal. There are certain things that are unforgivable and unforgettable. And whether you let me out of this shithole or not, I will always be in prison. Because I will never forget. How could I? How could anyone?
You're up, Joe.